most people, I was telling you, talk about all the great things in show business, and it's so wonderful. And it is. It is.
It is.
But you took it. It is, but you took it from this other perspective, which you flipped that coin and said that, you know, there are these really weird, bizarre, like coming out of left field, you know, not so good days that you don't expect. And I thought it was really important because it resonates with everybody. I don't care if you've been in the business for a week or you've been in the business 30 years like I have. You're going to have some of these days. And there are certain ways that you can kind of maneuver through them and overcome them. And I saw your podcast. I was like, oh my gosh, I have to contact you and say thank you because this just happened to me. And I had a cow. I had a full-on cow. And I was going through.
You literally had a cow.
Yeah, literally had a cow. And I was going through like post-traumatic stress disorder because I had a situation in December, which is only 2 months ago. And I was really at the time thinking, oh, I'm so lucky. I booked this. It's a pilot for a major network. I can't say anything because I'm under a non-disclosure right now. It hasn't come out. It's going to be series and it's a reoccurring character. Everybody, my agent, my manager, everybody's so excited. And I play basically one of the main people that's always with the main character on the show. And so I was so excited. And I was originally, and I say originally, I was on for 2 weeks. And I filmed for 2 weeks on this project, big budget project, big name director, big name actors in the project. And that's all I can say. And then I was in like 11 scenes. And I was like, you know what? I can handle this. This is great. I'm really excited. I'm thrilled, you know, got my hair done, got my nails done, and, you know, got the spray tan and all that kind of stuff ready to go. Then the first day, this is where it all went awry, is I woke up in the morning on my first day ready to go. I'm so excited. And I looked and there were revisions. And I thought, oh, okay, I'll just look, you know, there's like blue pages, not a big deal. Open them up. Everything had changed. Everything. On my first day. And I had this big scene with the main person. And it was a huge chunk of dialogue where I guess they were using my character to be able to put forward a lot of information, you know?
Oh,
so
we love that?
Yeah, I was the person that they were putting forth a ton of information in this very dramatic scene. And so I got up and I was laying in bed with the computer and I yelled to my partner. I said, help! I yelled to another room. I go, oh no. And he came running in and he's like, what? And I said, oh, this is an emergency. I don't even know what to do. And he was like, calm down, calm down. And I was like, I've got to get to set. I have to get ready and just go. I don't have time to learn this. I don't know what's going to happen. It's a nightmare. And he goes, we can get it. So we worked on it. I got dressed. I went to set and the set was on a location. So they had to shuttle me like 45 minutes to the location from base camp. So by the time I get there, I get on set, I meet the main person. She runs lines with me and it's slow. So we were like, I can get it. And I get on set and the director, who's a very well-known director, who's super nice, goes, you know what? In regards to your character, she says the lines as fast as she can. So what I want you to do is say the lines as fast as you can.
Oh,
I was like, what?
Death.
Yes, go. And I was like, holy shit, I don't even know the lines. So, so I was trying to do the lines and I couldn't get them. And then 3 people come up to me and they say, you know what? Take this part out, then take the bottom, push it up there, and then add a couple lines here and say this at the end.
Oh.
So they changed it on set even. And then I couldn't even visually see because they were telling me what to do. And they go, okay, look, we're going to run it again. And I was like, huh? What? Like, I wasn't even sure what was going on. And I couldn't get it, obviously. So then they said, let's have the script supervisor come and she'll help you with the lines and you'll get it. And I was like, I don't even know what's going on because I don't even know the lines in the first place. Okay, ready? Here we go. Let's do it again. And I couldn't get it. And I kept messing up and I kept messing up. And by then I was getting so stressed out because I knew everybody in the video village was watching this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew. And I was like, this is my first scene on my first day. Nobody knows that the script was changed. They all just think that I can't do my job. They think I'm an actor who had the script who doesn't know what they're doing.
I didn't even think of that. Like, they don't even know that all this stuff happened. They're just seeing the end result, right? So they just think, oh, she didn't memorize this.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And when I first got there that morning, the first AD handed me the sides and she was like, "You're the lucky one." And I go, "What do you mean?" And she goes, "All your dialogue got changed." And I go, "I know." So they were like excuse me, PA, she was aware of it. But I think everybody that wasn't aware. So then finally, somehow I kind of made it through the scene, but it wasn't right. And it was terrible. I know it was terrible. And so then the DP, who was so nice, he came up to me. He stuck with me for the 2 weeks and I appreciate it. He goes, "You know what? This happens to everyone." And I go, "This has never happened to me before." And he goes, "You've got to shake this off. You got to shake it off and you got to let it go and just go to the next scene. And when you come back tomorrow, it's just like it never happened." He goes, "It happens to everybody. It happens to even me in my position." And I was like, "Thank you so much." He was so supportive. The next day, he gave me a big hug. He goes, "How are you doing today, Candace?" And I'm like, "I'm doing good," but I'm like shell shocked. And I didn't, I didn't sleep the whole night. I stayed awake.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. Like
I stared at the ceiling the whole night.
You're living a nightmare.
I was living the nightmare.
Yeah.
You know what it's like? You know, when you dream that you studied for the final, but that the alarm didn't go off and you missed your final in school? It was like living this nightmare and I didn't know how to get out of it. So every day I had to come to set and smile and pretend like nothing was going on, knowing that there's probably a lot of people in that video village that hate me.
Right. So, just fully confident, like, yeah.
And I have to pretend like,
great.
Hey, yeah, it's a great day.
I'm at the top of my game.
Yeah. If anything, I noticed that the hair and makeup and wardrobe people, they were so stressed out and they were telling me that they've never had such a difficult set. The last day we were there were so many people with a cast and crew was 500.
500 people.
Yeah. It's that big of a project.
That's
so it was
nuts.
Yeah. So it was really stressful. So then the scary part was that because I messed up so badly, then every day when we were getting revisions, my scenes were getting cut. So I noticed it was the shame, the humiliation, embarrassment of noticing that they were cutting me out of everything. They were cutting me out and cutting me out. And then this one scene with 500 people, they actually gave my dialogue. They reincorporated my dialogue into the main person's dialogue. So now I'm walking with her and the dialogue that I would be saying, she was saying. And so I actually apologized to her. And she's such a great person. I said, "I am so sorry because now you have to memorize my dialogue too. I feel terrible about this." And she grabbed my hand and we both laughed and laughed and laughed. And it helped so much that she was okay with it. I felt so bad about it. So from, the amount of scenes that I had, it got cut down to almost nothing. And people are like, "Oh, you may still come back." And I go, "No, I'm not coming back."
Oh,
that's it. That was it. I had that series recurring for a big, big network in the palm of my hand. And because that first day, and I woke up to so much dialogue change and I couldn't grasp it, they didn't perceive me to be able to do my job. And that has never happened in 30 years. So I'm telling people, no matter what, you've got to be like triple prepared, I think, and to really exercise that muscle of memory to be able to do it under pressure, to be able to know that. So, and then if things go wrong, the very last day, that DP came up to me and gave me another huge hug. And he goes, "I know, I'll see you again. And don't worry, you just got to let it go." And I did, but it was really hard. And I smiled every day, though. I came every day and I smiled. And I said hello to everybody. And I made jokes with everybody and acted like everything was okay. And I think that's important to be able to, no matter what, still just smile along and know, hey, my dialogue's been taken away. I'm standing here smiling.
Way to do it.
Yeah, because there's, you can sit there and look glower, or
no,
you can smile and
don't let him see it. Don't let the bastard see it.
Yeah. And so I was smiling and I didn't know who made the decisions. There were so many people on set, I couldn't tell. And I just smiled at everybody and made jokes and was a part of everything still.
We're the front man of chaos.
Exactly. And in the midst of chaos, the thing I could say is to really lean on your friends or your family or other actors that understand.
Yeah.
Because, you may need that support at that time. Because my partner is also part of that. Yeah. And he was like, you need to get beyond this. You need to show up tomorrow and smile, act as if it didn't happen.
Yeah.
And just keep plugging.
Keep doing
for 2 2 weeks.
For 2 weeks. That's great. Yeah. Oh my God. It's just torture after that. After that first day, it's just torture. But I love that you had the crew was, there was a lot of camaraderie and you got all that support from them. I think that's really wonderful.
I was really shocked. And they were just like, you can do this. And other actors were saying it's happened to everyone. You're not the only one. This has happened to me. A friend of mine who's an actor who was not on this project, he was calling me and saying, it happened to him. And so I felt better in the sense I felt bad about, maybe because I'm Japanese, but I just felt bad about letting everybody down. That was my worst feeling is that I didn't perform like I was supposed to, like I did at the audition, just simply because the dialogue was thrown at me in last minute. And it was a technical dialogue and I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
So it's never happened
the
before.
Morning of. Yeah. I don't know how that was ever supposed to work. I don't know how that. I hear about stuff. I was telling you before. Yeah, I hear about stuff all the time where they change it. Oh, by the way, this has to be in Mandarin, or this has to be in. You were saying it has to be in another another language. And people do it, and I don't know how they do it. It boggles my mind. I think I would freak out and probably just say, you know what? Maybe not. Maybe just not show up. How bad could it be? No,
I was thinking too. I was like, how do I get out of this? I'm living this nightmare. And I still, once I get done with this day, it's not like it's over. I still have this whole week. I still have the whole next week. It's a nightmare. I'm never going to Christmas.
Can I fake a COVID test? Can I fake a positive COVID test? Is that?
I was looking forward to the job,